What is going on, guys? We are back at it again with another one, and our Golden Age, Silver Age, are they worth it? If you don't know, let's go.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt.
What is going on, guys? Back at it again with another one. It's your boy Conehead, and we are here with Golden Age, Bronze Age, Silver Age, and some just regulars, I guess you would say. It's not really modern, but you know what? Let's go over this stuff. So, is Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age worth it? As you see, I got every Golden Age there is in the Batman. So, I got the Wonder Woman in Golden Age, all four Omnis here. We got some Bronze Age Justice League. Is all this worth it? Another one when we went over last week, like, what do I buy? Where do I buy it from? Where do I get it from? And it came down to, do you have the money for it? Do you have the room for it? So this one isn't really, do you have the money for it? These are, if you're in omnibuses and you got the money for it, then you got the money for it. But this is another one of those kind of personal questions where, not personal, but it's a question that's going to reflect on you. Are they worth it to you? Who knows? That is totally up to you. But let's go over, like, what could I do instead of getting Golden Age? Well, there's a few things you could do. You could get, like, smaller hardcovers like this, where you're going to get pretty much every Joker story. The Clown Prince of Crime right here. So this is a smaller one. It's a cheaper one. You're not going to get all that, though. You're not going to get, every Batman story there is, and then you have the Joker story here. So, are you double dipping? Again, you're not going to get every story in this, or in this, that you're going to get in this, okay? So, but you're going to get the most popular, some of the most popular stories in this one, where you're going to get pretty much every story in this one. Same with the Robin. Is there other books you can get? Probably. You can get smaller books. Can you find all these old comics? Probably not. Most likely, probably you'll never find these comics. So that is where it does come into play of, should I buy these? Do you want to read them? If you want to read them, then yeah. You're probably going to want to look out for this book. Do you want to read almost every story about Robin? Then probably get this book. Again, this is all old. This ain't new. This is not modern. This right here is the Bronze Age. So you can get most of the Robin Bronze Age stories, okay? So is it worth, are you going to read it? Like here we have the Silver Age Suicide Squad. You see it's a lot smaller, but it is volume 1, so there's going to be plenty of volumes. Now, is your question just, do you really want to read all this old crap, or do you just want to know, like, who the villains are and who this person is and who that person is? Maybe you're just getting into Batman and you have no idea, and you just want to kind of clarify all these people that everybody's talking about. So do I have to go back and read all these old stories to figure it out, or can I read modern stories? Well, if you want to know all the actual stories from back then you're going to want to get these books. If you're just jumping into modern, but you don't really care about this, you don't really care about all the history, and when people are talking about it, what are they talking about, then just jump into the modern books, because you don't really care. If you just want to know, like I said, who the people are, who the villains are, then go ahead and get yourself this Who's Omnibus. This bad boy will tell you pretty much, and as you see, it's volume 1, so there's volume 2 coming out. This will pretty much tell you who everybody is, what their background is. So, as you see, this is a big-ass omnibus. So if that's all you care about, you just want to know who the people are, but I'm going to tell you, it's not modern look. You're going to be reading just like you are this stuff. So, but it is going to tell you who each person is, mostly. So what this one collects is Now collecting for the first time Who's Who's Omnibus Volume 1, including the first 5 years of the expansive series, and includes entries from Who's Who's, the definition directory of the DC universes, number 1 through 26, Who's Who's Update 87, 1 through 5, Who's Who's Update 88, number 1 through 4, and all the annuals from 1989. So, basically, if you just want to find out who they are, you want to know who Wildcat is, go ahead and get yourself this book. Just stay open. So, I mean, if you want to know the very beginning of Wonder Woman, then these are probably a good idea to get, you know? Are you going to read them? Am I going to read them? Personally, maybe one day I'll probably read them. So this goes to, hey, I want to look up the story, or I want to know the story, or hey, I'm looking to maybe buy a CGC, but you wanted to read the story, where you can grab one of these and go all the way back and read it, because everything's going to be in there. So you can go all the way back, but you can have the CGC for it, you know what I mean? Am I going to read these? Like I said, probably personally one day, maybe. There's so much shit to read right now that it's probably going to be mostly modern shit, or 90s, 2000s, where this old stuff, maybe one day I'll read it. It's going to be a little bit harder to get through just because it is a lot of older stuff. Like right here, we got Batman Volume 1. But can you sit down and read stuff like this? That's the question. Can you go through and read all this stuff like this? Now, most of these I've already went through on other videos and shut off each book. So if you want me to go through and tell you what's on each one of these books, like I said, I don't have them all. Am I going to collect them all? I was working on it, to tell you the truth, but I jumped into Marvel games, so, I was strictly collecting DC, and that's when I was collecting all these. And then I jumped in the Marvel game, and there's so much to buy. There's so many new reprints this year. There's so much stuff coming out, and it's coming out like this, that can you keep up with Marvel? Can you keep up with DC? Plus, I collect CGCs, and I collect statues, and I got a family, so I can't buy fucking everything. Ew, I wish I could, but I can't. So, I got what I got. I get what I get when I can. Is this something that will be, I will just keep buying? Like I said, if I get one, I get one. If I don't, I don't. It's not that big of a deal. I got all the golden age of the Batman, which is what I really wanted. So I have it for reference. I have it for one day if I want to read it. And like I said, you could always go and grab these smaller books. We're going to tell you some of the stories. You could grab, if you just want Robin's story, like you could grab the Robin book. You just want the Joker, you could grab the Joker one. You just want to know who the villains are, then grab the Who's Who's Omnibus. And you better grab it quick before the Volume 2 comes out, because usually when a Volume 2 comes out, Volume 1 sells out. So you might want to grab that now if they even still have it. But this is a lot of books, guys. It's a lot of books on the shelf. It's a lot of freaking history of the beginning. So you will always have that if you want it. What I can do is, if you follow me on TikTok, what I'll do is I'll post a video. Try to do it once every day of one book of all these Golden Age, which I'm pretty sure I did some of them, but we'll go over it again. We'll do a video of each of these. So you can check out my TikTok, Conehead Collectibles. And follow if you want to know what's inside each one of these omnibuses. But if you want me to go over them on here, then just leave a comment and I will go over each one. Like I said, this is not just, it's not just these. There's a lot of, like, the Spectra. That book is, you open that book, you can tell it's an older one. It's not modern. So, the new Teen Titans, that's a lot of older stuff. It's not as old as this, but it's a lot of older stuff. So if you're collecting just to collect modern, then you're probably going to want to know what each omnibus is, and versus if you're not wanting to read like 90s stuff from the 90s and 80s and early 2000s. You'll probably want to watch to see what each video is, or what each book is, which I can do. I can post probably a video of every book on there. So other than that, guys, you know, it's history on the shelf. It's a lot of older stuff. Not everybody collects it. Now, it's not for everybody. Like I said, if it's just something you want to do, if it's just something you want on your shelf, if you're collecting CGCs, but you want to read the story because you know this CGC is worth X amount of money, but you want to read the story too, then it's worth it. Now, are you going to find all these? Some of these are going to be hard to find, like Batman Volume 7. For some reason, that one is extremely hard to find. It went out sell like that. So some of these aren't going to be easy to track down. But if you want them, you can track them down. I need to get Justice League Volume 2, which I think there's Volume 3 coming out. Obviously, Batman the Golden Age is over, so we'll be moving on to the Bronze Age. So will I stick with those? I am possibly, yeah. But other than that, guys, like, this is a lot of old stuff. I don't know if you want to read it. Maybe you grew up in this area and this is something that you like, then it's worth it. If you're never going to read it, then maybe it's not worth it. If you just want it for references, then it's worth it. But it is not, it's Bronze Age, guys. It's Silver Age, it's Golden Age. It's not modern. So if you're getting it and you think you're just going to read it like a modern book, it's not going to work out like that. You have to be able to get into something like this because the dialogue is completely different from then than what you get today. The artwork is completely different from then, obviously, than what you get today, obviously. So other than that, guys, if you don't know, now you know. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace. We'll see you on the next one.